Hey guys, Spudknocker here, as always, and today we've got another very fun mission flown on the Spuds Buds Discord server. Now, it was a very fun and very long mission. It was a maritime rescue mission. A US Navy destroyer had struck a mine in the Strait of Hormuz and beached herself on the Shoals of Kumzar, which are those very tiny little sandbar-like islands that are in the very middle of the Strait of Hormuz in order to keep herself from sinking. And so we had to go out there and rescue the crew of the ship and protect the crew of the ship and the ship itself from any Iranian aggression that may be in the area. So we were looking out for naval units, air units, as well as ground units around the area as well. And it was a ton of fun. We had a lot of good performance within the mission, even though I had come up with some new ways of triggering units and changing over their ROEs within the mission triggers in order to make a more engaging and interesting experience that made it feel tense, like people were on hair triggers but weren't supposed to shoot at each other yet, things like that that made it a lot of fun, including even a show of force pass around some Iranian ground units and then change their ROE as a result of that, which is very cool. And performance was great for the most part for people here in the United States. Of course, players that were joining the mission from Australia and Europe tended to have some lesser performance and saw more lag and lag spikes as a result of those triggers. However, that's just simply part of the game. That's going to happen no matter what the server is doing, no matter what the triggers are doing, all these kinds of things. And it's kind of unfortunate, but it is just the limitation of DCS, the hardware, internet providers, all these kinds of things. Now, the mission didn't start off as planned. I was originally planning to fly this mission in an F-14 Tomcat, and unfortunately I kind of goofed up my keybinds, and so I had to kind of do a switcheroo, and we did a Chinese fire drill and switched some players around, and I ended up flying an F-16. Now, before I fly a mission or create a mission, I tend to pick the aircraft I want to fly, and then during the weeknights preceding that mission, I tend to hop into that jet, get reacquainted, get as familiar and as proficient in that jet as I can to bring you guys a better video. So in this video, I had been practicing in the F-14, then I goofed my keybind, so I hopped into the F-16, but thankfully my wingmen were there to help me out and make sure that I was getting all the different processes and things that I needed to get to in the F-16. So hopefully it's not too embarrassing, and yes, I know it is a long one, so there's some timestamps down there. So I hope you guys enjoy watching the mission, and if you ever want to join one, join the Spuds Buds Discord server. It's always linked in the description below, and we're a super positive, super supportive community, and we like to keep it that way. So come ahead and join, and we'll have some fun together. Thanks a lot, guys, and see you soon. Interrogative. Where's the OBOG's turn on switch in the F-16 again?
It's on by default, you don't have to activate it.
Okay. And then external lights, how do I get those on again?
Left hand panel, right close to your seat. Out of the traffic, Fort
Oh, I got it.
Take 13 taxi to runway 13 left. Springfield 2 checking in on 305.
Got you 5x5, Springfield. Colt Flight, you guys ready for taxi?
Uzi flight, radio check.
Roger. I'm stuck on, oh, never mind, it's still going.
And my alignment's 37.
Copy, I'm at 49. Still going, I thought I was
Dodge 1-1, taxiing to runway for takeoff.
all flights be advised, do not fly any further west than waypoints 1 and 2 to avoid provoking the Iranians at this time. My mistake. Any further north than waypoints 1 or 2.
Handfield 1-1, copy.
Cherry cop.
Trying to remember everything to get set up in the cockpit here. I think I've got everything.
Uzi flight to flight lead, taxiing to runway 09.
Roger that, Lizzie.
What's our bingo fuel? 3,500?
That sounds about right. I usually put it to about 4,000.
Roger. Then let's set bingo to 4,000. Three has laser code 1577.
Roger that. That sounds right.
Strike lead infield flight, departing runway 9 at Almanhad.
Roger. You're cleared for takeoff.
Alpha traffic, Chevy flight, 2 ship F-18, taxi runway 13.
Continue taxi.
Continue taxi.
Currently at 2.5. Currently at 2.5.
That's 7.8.
Copy.
That's too late and ready for takeoff.
Say again?
2 Philly late, ready to take off whenever you guys are.
Roger that.
Colt 4 green jet.
Copy that. Colt 1 is still on 16.
Dodge 1-1, taking runway 9 for takeoff.
Roger that, 1-1. Dodge 2-1, if you guys get too far out in front here, we'll have you guys land at Kasab and stand by for the fast movers to get into the area. Alright, I'm ready. Okay, Colt flight. Everyone have a green jet?
4 roger.
Roger that.
to air south of the runway, just waiting for my guys to get rolling again.
So, Charlie Flight 2 ship F-18 taking the active 1 14 meter takeoff.
Roger that. Colt flight, flight of 4 F-16s taxiing to the active at Al Dhafra.
Uzi flight taking active runway 09 for takeoff.
Fleet taxi.
Need to find the center line.
Flight lead, Uzi flight departing, runway 09.
Two, just go ahead, overtake me.
You guys having a little trouble?
I lost sight of you. I'm behind. Two, you can overtake me. I'm slotting in behind you. Copy.
Colt flight, stationary on taxiway Alpha at Al Dhafra.
Alright, now we're coming.
Copy. Continuing taxi. Colt flight's on the roll, taxiway Alpha Al Dhafra to active runway 13 left.
One, just so you know, we've got up F-18 sitting between the two of us.
Roger. Sun's starting to come up.
Strike Lee, this is Springfield 1-1. Be advised, cap flights have about a 10 to 15 minute delay on mission. We're just blowing up here on the apron. I've had to restart my alignment now several times, and then
Roger. Do the best you can. Get out there just as soon as possible.
working on.
Wind 1, Dark Star, Wind 1, Bra, 040 for 200 at 18,000, flanking.
For caution, there's debris on the taxiway.
Yep, I turned a hooked it right to enter the runway a little bit early. Hope flight's taking the active 13 left at Al Dhafra.
Flight lead, Uzi flight, outbound towards waypoint 1.
Roger.
one ship because he spontaneously combusted 3 times.
Alright, Colt 1's gonna go ahead and take off. One's airborne, head north.
1-1, be advised, picking up 2 possible hostiles over, just wait 1 and 2, give you a heads up.
Roger that. Don't engage unless fired upon.
Infield 1-1 copies.
2 airborne.
Roger that, 2.
3 airborne.
One's airborne, speed 320 knots, climbing 5 degrees, and heading 037.
4's up. Anyone else getting a hostile contact on data link? Behind us.
Strike lead, Dodge 3-1.
Go Dodge 3-1.
We're 15 miles south of Qassab. We're about to touch down. I just wanted to check in, make sure it's safe to proceed north.
Roger that. Go ahead and touch down at Qassab and stand by for further instructions. Strike flights are a little bit delayed.
Copy, Dodge 3-1.
Alright guys, we're climbing to flight level 190.
Flight. 4, 2.
I got out in front of you guys a bit. I'm gonna slow it down for you. All F-16 flights be advised, for whatever reason the IFF is showing our tankers as being hostile, so don't be confused with that.
Make sure to manually IFF because data link will mark everything as hostile, even yourself.
Roger that.
Dispatch 1-1 sees an unfriendly contact at volts 305 for 25 Angels medium headed southwest.
Roger that. Don't engage. AWACS confirms that contact.
Strike speed, Enfield 1-1 is on station north of Kasab, and I have visual on a large smoke plume corresponding with the approximate position of our ship.
Roger that. Stand by. Once we get more aircraft in the area, we'll go ahead and check that out. It should be our ship. It should be burning. Do you see any tracers, any kind of ground fire, anything like that around that plume of smoke?
Negative, not at this time, but we are still quite a ways out.
Roger that.
Bogey now pulls 285 for 20 headed southeast.
Dark Star 1-1, Colt 1-1, request picture. Colt 1-1, Dark Star 1-1, single group at bullseye 288 at 422 at...
Looks like he's circling right by the ship.
Roger that. Go ahead and keep an eye on him.
Colt 1-1, Dark Star 1-1, Bra 035 for 180 at 18,000, flanking.
Hope flight's currently 120 miles out. Alright, Colt Flight, we're going to go ahead and push up the speed now that we're all together. We're going to go for about 350.
Strike speed, Enfield 1-1. Be advised there are 4 small craft around our ship. Still no tracers at this time.
Copy that. Don't engage. Stand by. We'll get some more aircraft in the area, then we'll try and figure this out. Thanks for the update.
Colt 1-1, Dark Star 1-1, Bra 035 for 170 at 18,000, flanking.
Be advised, Springfield 2 is having spawning difficulties. One down.
Roger that, Springfield. Get as many aircraft as you can in the air, and then we'll head out. Leveling off.
Pontiac flight. We are currently on station flight level 180, 11 miles south of waypoint 1, beginning Marshall between waypoint 1 and 2.
Roger that.
Fly Leech Heavy 1-1. We are going to heat the tanker before we proceed to waypoint 1.
Hey guys, just go
wrong frequency. You're good.
Oh, my bad.
Speed check.
380.
Okay.
Trying to get my pod up and running.
Strike lead, this is Pontiac.
Go Pontiac.
We've got an island with a lot of smoke, and we're seeing enemies down there, or what looks to be enemies.
Roger that. Do you see any tracer fire, any ground fire at all?
Hold on, you're getting stepped on by AOX.
Roger. Are you seeing any ground fire down there at all?
Stand by. Give us a second. Roger, we're not seeing any fire this time.
Copy that. Go ahead and keep in your orbit then.
Roger, so instead of marshalling between waypoint 1 and 2, do you want us to orbit the island that's on fire?
Negative. Go ahead and keep on with the regular marshal pattern. That way we don't get the Iranians confused or feeling threatened at the moment.
Roger that. We'll maintain current.
Roger that. Keep an eye on the situation and see if you can see any tracers potentially around the ship. Colt Flight and Strike Leader currently 48 miles out. Anyone able to ascertain the number and or type of Iranian forces on the shoals next to the ship?
This is infield 1-1. From our vantage point, it's looking like four possible small boats.
Roger that.
This is Pontiac Flight. We're seeing at least 5 different groups of infantry on the island.
Copy that. It looks like the small boats probably released infantry onto the island. Is there any naval activity within the strait itself that you guys can see?
From what we can see, stand by. The only boats we're seeing are the small Iranian boats, but other than that, negative.
Roger that.
Colt 1-1, Dark Star 1-1, Bra 040 4100 at 18,000 flanking.
Pontiac Flight, what's your status and how's your fuel levels?
Pontiac fuel levels are all around 6.0. We'll be on station for another 30 minutes.
Roger that.
Uzi to flight lead, on station the Marshall area. Tally on smoke.
Roger that. We got a bit of reduced visibility on the ground here.
This Dodge 2-1, mic check.
Gotcha 5x5, Dodge 2-1.
Dodge 2-1's having problems contacting the rest of his flight. Can anybody verify their position?
Roger that, standby. Dodge 2-1, they are near Kasab.
Near Kasab.
Yep. Dodge 3-1, hold at the Kasab Peninsula area. Do not enter the area. We've got Iranian infantry around the ship on the shoals.
Dodge 3 copies, hold short.
Roger that. If you have the gas, go ahead and continue to orbit. If not, refuel at Kasab.
We've got plenty of that. We're okay.
Can you verify Dodge flight has comms set up on 30 Fox Mike?
Everyone's stepping on each other. Dodge 3-1, go ahead.
Dodge 3-1, we've got plenty of fuel. Verify Dodge flight has comms on 30 Fox Mike.
Roger. Okay, Dodge 3-1, go ahead and continue your orbit.
Dodge 3, copy.
Strike Lead and Colt Flight are almost on station. Give us 2 mics and we'll be there. Dodge 1-1 and Springfield Flight. Are you how copy?
Dodge 1-1, we're in the Marshall area.
Roger that. You're F-14 with GBUs and air-to-air missiles, right?
Affirm.
Roger that. You and Springfield Flight and Enfield Flight, go ahead and be ready to engage those Iranian cap flights when directed.
Dodge 1-1.
Springfield 1-1 copies all. Enfield 1-1.
Enfield 1-1 copies.
Roger that. Just be ready to pounce on them when we need to. All flights, go ahead and fence in and arm up your jets.
Busy flight, copy.
Lights coming off.
Springfield 2 is airborne.
Roger that, Springfield 2. Book it to the Marshall stack. Strike Lead has eyes on the smoke plume from the ship. All flights be advised, Colt Flight is going to make a show of force, fly over the shoals and see what the disposition of the Iranian forces on the shoals are. Enfield Flight and Dodge 1-1 set up an orbit at 10,000 feet over the shoals, a tight circular orbit. 2, you're with me?
Dodge 1-1.
3 and 4, continue in the orbit, please.
4. Enfield
1-1, 3, we'll go.
Alright, 2, let's go ahead and start a descent.
Copy. And 4, take it slightly to the right. 4.
Dodge 1-1 and Enfield flight. Keep your eyes out for any ANPAD launches during our show of force flight.
Dodge 1-1.
Enfield 1-1.
Alright, 2, we're going to go in trail at 500 knots over the island.
Copy.
We're looking for 2,000 AGL.
Left turn. 4.
All flights, anyone see any difference in the disposition of the cap flights?
Strictly, this is Enfield 1-1. Before we lost lock on them in our turn, it looked like they were starting to close in a little closer.
Roger that. All flights be advised that there's a neutral tanker in the Straits to the southwest of the shoals. Colt flight is in for the show of force, 500 knots. We're looking for 3,000 AGL, 2,000 AGL.
Strike lead, Springfield 1-1. We've got a 2-ship coming from Bandar Abbas. Springfield's going into intercept.
Roger that. Only fire upon that 2-ship if they fire upon you guys. You with me too? Make sure to get some flares out as we pass over.
Copy.
Dodge 1-1 on station for show of force.
Roger that, Dodge. Colt's in.
Springfield 1-1, we are saddled up with 2 Iranian MiG-29s assessing their intentions.
We're seeing tracer fire at the USS Ford.
Roger that. We got tracer fire at the USS Ford. I need to change the disposition of the cap flight. Any hostile intent from those MiG-29s?
Not at this time. Oh,
Roger that. What ordnance are they carrying?
looks like some radar-guided missiles.
Copy that. Alright, all flights, Iranian infantry and small boats around the shoals are engaging the USS Ford. We're going to go ahead and do some gun runs on the island. Guns authorized only. All strike flights are, or cast flights are allowed to engage with guns only on small boats around the USS Ford and infantry on the shoals. all gun runs should be made to the northeast.
Chevy 11 call.
Roger.
Right, 4, right turn. 4.
Alright guys, come on down and start engaging with guns.
Yeah, well,
This is Pontiac flight running it.
Roger that, Pontiac.
let's tighten the turn.
Roger. Speed check.
375.
Roger.
Chevy 11 rolling in for a gun run from the south.
Roger that.
Chevy 1.
Code 1, 3 and 4 requesting clearance for gun run.
Roger that, you guys are clear. Make all gun runs to the south. Southwest.
3, welcome. 4, go trail 5 miles.
5 miles, fine.
Pontiac 2's rolling in.
Code 3, rolling in.
Pop-up group 349, 450 at 1,000 knots. Colt 1-1, Dark Star 1-1, Bra 350, 450 at 1,000 knots.
Code.
Blue aircraft rolling off of the target now. Looks like you got some heavy smoke coming out. Were you hit by something?
440 at 1,000 knots.
Colt 1 strike leads in for a gun run.
Altitude. Altitude.
Colt 2, Frigate.
Colt 1's off.
Pontiac 2 is in the guns from the south.
Dodge 3-1. How copy?
3, off to the south.
Dark Star 1-1, pop-up group 348, 435 at 500 knots.
Strike lead is Springfield 2-1, or 1-1 rather. 2 times MiG-29s have exited the AO. No hostile intentions witnessed. We're to our pattern.
Copy that. Anyone have any idea on... I saw a 4-ship of aircraft to the northeast. Anyone have any eyes on that aircraft?
Dodge 1-1 has tally bogey 2 ship, Bulls 320 for 40. Angels medium headed south.
Copy that. Go ahead and investigate that contact.
Dodge 1-1.
Hey, does everyone see those Iranian naval ships to the east?
Iranian naval ships to the east. Can you be a little bit more specific?
They're like northeast of the USS Ford.
northeast of USS Ford. Are they near an island?
Stand by. No, they're out in the middle of the ocean.
Copy that. Someone go ahead and take a look at those ships.
Roger, Pontiac flight's doing so now.
Copy.
Dodge 1-1 and Field 1-1. Got one of those contacts. Whatever it is, it's smoking like a motherfucker.
Roger that. Go ahead and investigate.
Strike lead, Enfield 1-1 sees 2 bandits low inbound towards USS Ford.
Roger that. Go ahead and saddle up on them, and if they show hostile intent, go ahead and engage.
Strike lead, Springfield 1-1. We've got a visual on them. We're right above them. They are flying direct vector to the USS Ford. Sure seems like it's got hostile intent.
Roger that. Go ahead and engage.
Springfield 1-1 copies. Engage.
This is Pontiac flight. Naval ships are attack boats, and they're headed straight for the Ford.
Copy that, Pontiac. Go ahead and start engaging.
Roger, are we cleared to use Mavericks?
Clear to use Mavericks.
Pontiac,
Enfield 1-1, Fox 1.
Dodge 3-1, we're near the Ford. Which direction are they coming from? We can get low with them from the gunboats.
Say again, last call.
Repeat last.
Oh, we got a squirter. He's coming through. Oh, he's got a missile on him.
Field 1-1, Fox 1.
Colt 1's engaging.
Enfield 1-1 splash.
Good job, good job. Oh, he's going down. Good shot, good shot. We still got some tracers coming in from the shoals, so Dodge 3-1, be ready to engage targets on the shoals. Colt 1-1's going to get in another gun run for you here in just a moment.
Dodge 3-1 copies. Dodge 1-1 locked. Bandit 340. Pulse 340 for 30.
340 for 30. Any idea what type of aircraft it is?
Looks like an F5.
Copy that. Go ahead and engage.
Fox 1, F5.
Colt 1's in for a gun run.
Springfield 2-1 is merged with 2 times Su-25s.
Copy that. Go ahead and engage.
Colt 2 for gun run.
One's off.
Fox 1.
346 for 12 hot.
Frigate, this is 3 requesting dropping some bombs on that infantry.
Dodge 1-1, we're gonna
Negative,
take
no bombs on the
contact
infantry.
that's closer in towards the island. Is that cool with you guys?
Roger that.
Copy.
Enfield 1-1, Fox 2.
Hey, we've got just to the north of those small attack boats, we've got what looks to be frigates or warships coming in to support.
Roger that. Was that Pontiac?
This is Pontiac, yes.
Pontiac, disengage from those attack boats and engage the warships.
Roger, prioritizing warships.
Uzi Flight, you still out there?
Uzi flight, still in the Marshall stack over the island.
Copy that. Looks like we're not getting much in the way of SAM sites lighting up. They may not have been alerted for this operation and are kind of on their back foot. You still have AGM-65Es, correct?
Correct.
Copy that. Go ahead and find those warships and sink them with Pontiac.
Roger that. Last known bearing.
Pontiac Flight, what's the last known bearing of those warships?
Radio from Ford, about straight north.
Due north from the USS Ford.
Uzi flight copy.
Hold 050 for about 13 miles.
Break. Dodge 1-1 is merged. Shotgun. We are running south.
Dodge 3-1 strike, we right to engage the island by the USS Ford.
Say again, last contact, strike leads merged.
This is Dodge 3-1, we got next to the island by the USS Ford, and we are right to engage it now.
Yep, you are cleared to engage the island. Anything on the island is declared hostile.
Copy, strike, Dodge is engaging.
Copy.
Ford, what's your status?
Chevy 1-2, I think my flight lead might have crashed. Am I cleared to engage the island?
Negative. And no one's cleared to engage the island anymore. We have friendly helicopters over the island.
Strike lead, this is Ford 4. I have lost all members of my flight and I'm the only one remaining. I'm on station at waypoint 1.
Roger that, Ford 4. If you can see any naval targets, go ahead and engage any naval targets you see in the area.
Ford 4 copy, last polls.
Holes bearing roughly about northwest of, northeast of the USS Ford. Large formation.
This is 3
This is Pontiac flight. We're currently at the naval ships. It looks like the lead frigate is not going down, or at least not with our IR Mavericks as of now.
Roger that. Colt Flight will go ahead and assist with GBUs.
Roger.
Colt Flight, you're cleared to engage any enemy warships with GBUs.
Copy.
Strike lead, Springfield 1-1. I've spotted what looks to be 4 times Iranian helicopters flying direct vector to USS Ford, still over Iranian airspace.
Copy that. Don't splash them until they get closer to the shore.
Springfield 1-1 copies. Looks like those MiG-29s are coming back for another round. We'll investigate.
Copy that. Investigate. If they start showing a vector towards the Ford, go ahead and splash them.
Springfield 1-1.
Cargo ship is neutral, correct?
Cargo ships are neutral.
SA-6 spike.
Roger that. I just got an SA-6 spike as well. Uzi Flight, redirect, engage SA-6 with harms.
Uzi flight copy.
Strike lead, Enfield. We have at least 2 bandits currently inbound from the west, engaging.
Roger that. Engage.
Colt 4 is on the tarmac.
Colt 4, you're on the tarmac?
Yeah, crashed.
Roger that.
For any of the AFACing, should you require.
Roger that, Pontiac. Colt flight's moving to engage with naval assets.
It looks like those helos are coming to support the warships. Do you mind if we engage?
Copy that. Go ahead and engage Pontiac since you guys are low and slow.
Dodge 2-1 is 5 mics out.
Roger that, 2-1.
1, this is 3, we have a 4-ship, 330, 30 miles, flanking.
330, 40 miles, roger. I believe they're already being engaged. We'll go ahead and disregard for now. I'm moving to engage naval assets with my LGBs.
Roger, 3 is settled behind you guys.
Roger. All flights, we got a new pop-up group. 244 for 20.
They just killed those 2 MiG-29s. Be advised, those 2 MiG-29s were being monitored for hostile intent. They were not deemed hostile at the time.
Copy that, we'll make a note of it.
Chevy 1-2, got 2 bandits over the forward. Am I clear to engage?
Yeah, engage any bandits over the ford.
Enfield 1-1, Fox 1.
Chevy 1-2, splash 1.
Enfield 1-1, Splash 1.
Copy. Looks like we got another 4-ship of helicopters down there. You're clear to engage.
Springfield 1-1 copy is engaged. Be advised, Enfield 1-1 is now shot, but I'm sticking around because we still got some gun.
Roger that, Enfield.
Enfield 1-1 has visual on helicopters moving to engage.
Roger that, Enfield.
1, this is 3, requesting dropping some bombs on that naval assets.
Roger that, you're clear
Dodge
to
1-1,
engage.
turning towards forward and engaging helicopters.
Roger that. Is there a way to cage the targeting pod to the HUD so that way I can plop it over the naval assets?
Dodge 3-1 strike. The island next to the USS Ford is
Say
now
again?
clear of immediate threat, so ready to move on to the speedboat.
It's TMS switch down.
Got it, thank you. Last transmission about the USS Ford, please say again.
I'll have to do a full alignment.
The small island next to the Ford, it's clear of threats, and the Ford's under no immediate threat at the moment.
Roger that, Dodge 3-1. If you guys have the fuel before rescuing the crew, go ahead and engage those small boats.
Copy, Dodge 3-1.
2, you there?
Yeah, just under 6. A few miles.
Roger that, 2. You're cleared to engage naval ships in the area.
Dodge 1-1 has visual on a friendly Mi-8 near the USS Ford. No other helicopter contacts.
Copy that. Definitely do not engage that Mi-8.
This is Dodge 2-1, 1UH, 1H.
I just got a merge call from the AWACS. Anyone else see any bandits in the area? Copy.
Buddy Spike F-14.
There's a bunch of F5s over Iran, but they seem to be keeping their distance.
Copy that.
Uzi to flight lead, 1 SA6 down.
Roger that, Uzi Flight. Good job. Reposition to assist with engaging the naval ships.
Uzi flight, copy.
Is Chevy
Roger.
clear to engage the ships?
You're cleared to engage. Colt 1 is in for an LGB drop on the smoking destroyer.
Dodge 1-1, splash 1 hostile MIA.
Roger that.
All MI8s destroyed. They were carrying a rocket pod.
Not the friendly MIAs, right?
Not
That
the
is
friendly.
correct. Enemy MI8s come from the north.
All flights be advised, I see another 4-ship of helicopters, hostile helicopters, heading towards the ford. They're about 10 miles out, and splash on the destroyer. Looks like he's still steaming ahead.
Please, your bomb completely whiffed and missed.
Dodge 2-1 on station, waypoint 3, next to the port.
Roger that, Dodge 2-1. Go ahead and land on the deck of the ford and take on as many sailors as you can hold.
Dodge 2-1, copy.
Colt 1's coming around for another pass on the naval units. Colt 2, are you engaging the ships?
Trying to think of actually spotting them. I don't know, it's just my graphic sense are crap, but I'm getting a lot of hate, so I can't really see enough a lot.
Copy that. Yeah, it is pretty hazy down there. Dodge 3-1, what's your status with engaging those boats?
Yes, FM. Are they the ones north and hot on the north, the USS Ford?
Someone got stepped on. Say that again?
I'm seeing a group north of the USS Ford. Are they the speedboats or the attackers?
The speedboats. 3-1 engage the speedboats.
Copy, Dodge 3-1.
Chevy 1-2, the lead destroyer is now smoking.
Code 1-3 in hard from the northeast on the naval assets.
Roger that, 1-3.
1-3 paveway.
Colt 1-1's inbound from the north on the naval assets.
The ship that's smoking across the strait, does that need another hit? It doesn't seem to be sinking.
1-1's lined up on it now. We'll drop one more on it.
Roger. And there's a ship next to it, maybe a speedboat as well. Do those need to be hit?
Yep, they need to be hit.
All flights,
Colt 1-1 pave way on the destroyer.
bingo fuel. We're RTB back, and we're gonna go refuel, and we're all Winchester.
Copy that. Go ahead and refuel and rearm for us.
Affirmative.
Infield 1-1 is also Winchester and low on gas. We are at Kasab, diverting to Kasab for rearm refuel.
Copy that. Deconflict with the Dodge flights to make sure you don't hit any helicopters. Splash on that destroyer. He's now dead in the water. Everyone disregard the destroyer that is now smoking and on fire.
Roger. Uzi 1-2 is engaging the ship next to it that is not smoking currently.
Copy that. Go ahead and engage. Uzi Flight, was that you who made that last call?
Forest Airport, heading direct waypoint 2.
Copy. Copy that, Colt 2. Any flights have eyes on that flight of F5s?
Dark Star 1-1, Colt 1-1, request picture. Colt 1-1, Dark Star 1-1, signal group at bullseye 00847.
Dodge 3-1 engaging speedboats.
Roger that, 3-1. Colt flight, check in with fuel states.
4.3.
Roger.
Code 1-3, pay for weight. Uzi 1-2 running in on non-smoking warship.
Roger that, Uzi.
Colt 2, 2.7.
Roger that, Colt 2. If you're on a bombing run now, go ahead and finish the bombing run and then head for the tanker.
Affirm.
Uzi 1-2 rifle.
Looks like we've got 2 burning warships now.
Code 1-3 impact, check. 1 warship.
Roger that, 1-3.
Penfield 1-1 is final at Kasab.
I don't know how to request a hover landing, but we're doing that at Kasab.
Roger that.
Ship. Warship.
Chevy flight is heading to Kasab for rearm and refuel.
Colt 2 rolling in for a moment.
1-3,
Jar
I am
B5,
heading
there
for the
are
tanker.
reasonable crosswinds.
Roger that, 3.
Pish posh, crosswinds.
Colt 1-1's inbound on a intact Iranian ship.
All remaining cap flights, this is Springfield 1-1. I am Winchester, everything. There is 1 times helicopter and direct vector to USS Ford, approximately 5 miles out. If someone could intercept and take him out, that'd be great.
Copy that. Colt 1-1 will move to assist after this bomb run.
Dodge 2-1, RTB to Kasab with survivors.
Penfield 1-1
Go
is
ahead,
cleared the
scuttle.
to Kasab.
Roger.
Colt 2 shot.
Nice shot, Colt 2. I've got a second bomb on that same ship.
Which one's our tanker?
Uzi 1-2 has helo heading south,
Stand by.
maybe close to the shoals. Do you want me to engage?
Go ahead and engage. Colt 1-1 is maneuvering to assist. Say again,
Roger.
3.
I think 2 was asking. 3 is heading to Texaco. That is 1-2 X-rays.
Thank you.
2 copy, thanks.
4-4 in hot, one of the smoking warships, Maverick.
Who was that last call that's engaging that helicopter?
Uzi 1-2, but lost the bandit.
Copy that. Colt 1-1's moving to assist, coming in from the northeast.
Roger. Uzi 1-2's lost it and is bingo, so heading to the tanker.
Copy. Looks like there's a cap flight still out there, but so far they're not engaging.
This is Dodge 2-1. A question about landing on the deck of the carrier. Am I supposed to pick up troops specifically, or is this pretend?
Just kind of roleplay it.
Okay, I got an F-10 command here. It says scuttle the destroyer.
Yeah, stand by on that one.
I don't want to get too far away from the ship before it do something stupid.
Yeah, don't use that. Colt 1's not seeing a helicopter. Oh, we got visual on the helicopter.
This is Dodge 3-1, taking damage, lost an engine, gonna try and return to Kasab.
Roger that, 3-1. Are you able to pick up some sailors on the way?
I'll try my best if I can get to them. Stand by.
Roger.
All flights, this is Springfield 1-1. I'm feet dry, RTB to Almanad. Have a good day.
Roger.
Altitude. Altitude.
Dodge 2-1, I see helicopter activity to the east of the board.
Colt 1's engaging. Fox 2. Splash 1 helicopter. Alright, Dodge 2-1, you're cleared to go ahead and pick up some sailors. Uzi flight and remaining Pontiac Harrier. What's your ordnance loadout?
Uzi to flight lead. Still have some Mavericks. However, Uzi 1 and 2 are inbound to tanker. Low fuse thing.
Roger that. Go ahead and expend your remaining Mavericks on the fleet and then hit the tanker.
This is Pontiac 1-4. I have 4 IR Mavs, 3.2 fuel.
Roger that. Go ahead and ripple off those Mavs as quick as you can, and then run for fuel.
Uzi to flight lead. Need to continue to tanker. Uzi 1 fuel state critical.
Roger that. Go ahead and hit that tanker.
Uzi flight copy.
Pontiac 1-4. We've got 1 intact warship, it looks like, left out there. You're cleared to engage. Get all 4 of your Mavericks off on that target.
This is Pontiac. Will we be needed back up in the air?
Negative. Go ahead and, if you want to, go ahead and take off and return to the Marshall stack, but I think we are pretty much out of targets at this point.
Affirmative. Pontiac copies. We'll be hitting back. We'll be heading home.
Copy that. Dodge 3-1, were you able to pick up any sailors?
Dodge 2-1, you guys up?
I'm waiting to drink.
Roger that. Alright, looks like we've got as many sailors resting as you can.
1-3 is rejoined with Texaco, switching uniform 251.
Copy. We're gonna go ahead and get authorization here to scuttle the ship and put a weapon on the USS Ford and make sure the Iranians don't get any of the technology that's on board.
Dude, we're like predators.
Alright, we're gonna go ahead and scuttle the Ford.
Back on station.
Enfield will back on station, correct?
Affirm.
Copy that. Go ahead and keep a lookout for any bandits. I think there's still one cap flight out there. Coming around to drop an LGB on the USS Ford.
I'll copy.
Alright, USS Ford is now breaking up and sinking. We're going to go ahead and hit the tanker now. Colt flight. Yeah, any of you guys back up on this frequency?
We're just working the tanker right now.
Copy that. Are you guys on 251?
Affirm.
Alright, and 12 X-ray, correct?
Yeah, 1-2 X-ray.
Oh shit, how do I put in attack on frequency again?
Just press 1 on the numpad.
Oh, attack on ILS, gotcha.
Strike lead, Enfield 1-1. Do you still need cap in the area, or are we cleared to RTB?
You are cleared to RTB. I believe that all threats have been neutralized.
Enfield 1-1 copies.
Dodge 1 en route to tanker.
Or en route to tanker.
One is 40 miles out from the tanker. Strike fleet is pushing. Strike fleet is pushing off of strike frequency to tanker frequency 251. Tanker free, Cal copy. Roger. What speed is the tanker flying?
240.
240.
Right, 3 is at 12.8.
Roger that. That should be plenty of gas to get home. If you want to wait for me, I will be there momentarily.
Are we RTB after that?
Yeah, we're RTB. If you want to wait in formation for the tanker, if you want to fly back as a flight, you can, but you don't need to if you don't want to.
We'll wait for you.
Roger.
Ready, recontact. Texaco 1-1, Colt 1-1, request rejoin. Colt 1-1, Texaco 1-1, Chicken 2, 1 mile trail at 21,000.
Anyone notice the updated radio calls from the tankers?
Marco 1-1.
Yeah, funny.
Request rejoin.
It's a lot nicer. They actually tell you your speed.
Yeah, and also if someone is getting fuel right now. Two, if you want, you can abort the refueling, then the tanker will turn a tighter turn, and then once you lever off, you can refuel straight and lever.
Sounds like a brilliant plan.
Abort rejoin.
One has you guys in sight.
Roger.
Aborting.
Abort rejoin.
It's not doing it.
Look like it. Oh, no, it's turning.
What's your speed?
240.
240 indicated. Roger. What's your guys' fuel states? I'm getting pretty low here.
0.8.
3 is at 12.6.
What was 2 at?
0.8.
0.8? Oh geez, okay. You're up. I've got 2.7.
Texaco 1-1. Colt 1-2. Request rejoin.
Colt 1-2. Texaco 1-1. Proceed to pre-contact at 22,000 at 250.
Wow. Wow, he's flying slow.
Ready pre-contact.
Cleared contact.
You got it, bud. Just a smidge up.
Contact. You're taking fuel.
Nice.
Return pre-contact. Contact. You're taking fuel.
Bring it up just a smidge.
Yeah, a little forward.
Return pre-contact.
What's your fuel state?
3.5.
Copy. Keep going. just a bit high.
Copy.
Contact. You're taking fuel.
Little throttle. Bringing up just a smidge, just a tiny bit.
Leaded power.
Return free contact.
Got batteries and obstacle equipped.
Turn coming. Want me to refuel while it's turning?
Abort rejoin.
We can wait until he's finished turning.
I'll take it.
Alright.
Gulf 1-1, Texaco 1-1, proceed to pre-contact at 22,000 at 250. Ready, pre-contact. Cleared contact. Contact. You're taking fuel. Return free contact. Contact. You're taking fuel. Return free contact. Contact. You're taking fuel. Return free contact. Contact. You're taking fuel.
Looking really good.
Thank you.
contact.
And that's all I need, guys. Coming right. Two. Do you need more?
Yeah, that should be alright.
Copy that. Let me close up the hole.
Return free contact.
Alright, is that 3 who's in front here?
Yes, Saver.
Alright, lead us back home, 3.
Second.
Lead us back home.
Wicko.
Waypoint 7.
Colt 1-4, Texaco 1-1.
Roger, right turn.
Proceed to pre-contact at 22,000 at 250.
Let's push back up to 305 in case anyone's on the strike frequency still.
Yeah, Wicko.
Coming.
Strike leads back on strike.
Flight to strike lead, we are RTB.
Roger that. Colt flight is also RTB.
Colts, roll out heading 228.
228. Get back in formation here.
Yeah, I'm going for 330 until you guys are settled and then we go buster home.
Copy.
Two copy.
Heading correction 229.
One saddle.
Two in position.
Colts, buster.
That was fun.
Yeah, man, that was really tasking with all the naval assets and the Iranian forces on the island.
Yeah. Not sure how many I actually killed with my gun. I may have completely whiffed.
Yeah, unfortunately I switched while rearming to armor-piercing ammunition, so I think all my bullets were non-effective.
Yeah, unless you actually hit one of them. I shot down a helicopter.
Yeah, nice. I got two warships.
Nice. I think I got, well, at least I helped get 2 different warships, and then, of course, scuttled the Ford.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I think I managed to get one ship, nothing else with it.
Oh, right, and of course did all those gun runs on the island. I think I did 3.
Yeah, I think we did those
flight's still on frequency. Cold flight is 85 miles out from Al Dhafra, inbound for landing.
I think I got some really cool screenshots during the night time and then while refueling.
Yeah, that's cool. I got some cool shots of the refueling. Everyone, information on the tanker.
We can just edit out a bit, where I keep having to rejoin with the tanker.
What was that? You broke up a bit.
I was saying we can just edit out that bit where I had to keep rejoining with the tanker, right?
Yeah. It's so easy to fly formation in the F-16, it's nuts.
Yeah, it's so comfortable.
Uzi flight to all flights, downwind at Al Minad Air Base.
Roger that. I think you're coded to land. Cold flight's passing over the top of you, but no factor. Hey look, an F-14.
Oh, nice.
Who's that? What's your tail number?
Looks like Whisper.
Speed check.
390 indicators, Mach 8.85.
Roger. How many bombs did you get off?
3 got 2 off, and I'm bringing back 2, which is not so cool.
Ah, that's alright.
Yeah, 2 also.
Two, you're pretty low on gas, right?
Not too bad. 4,000.
Oh, 4,000? You're fine then. I wasn't sure how much you picked up.
About 6.
Roger. I'm surprised I did that well in the turn.
Yeah, did you trim up two clicks?
Nope, but what I like to do in the turn is I like to slip it with the rudders. It helps in almost every jet, is if you slip the turn, it, for whatever reason, it just makes you a bit more stable behind the tanker.
Ah, okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so rudder to the outside of the turn, for whatever reason, helps. Just a smidge.
Oh, alright, I gotta test that.
Yeah, I know that Tomcat pilots definitely did that. I'm not sure about fly-by-wire jets, if it's really practical in a fly-by-wire jet in real life, but for me, for whatever reason, it helps. It's almost like it kind of stiffens up the controls a little bit and makes the controls less sloppy.
Flight lead, we're down at the airbase, taxiing to parking.
Roger that, Uzi Flight. Good job today.
Thank you, right back at you.
Codes, start descending 5 degrees low.
5 degrees low.
Dodge 11, radio check 305.
Dodge 11, we've got you on the radio.
Great, thanks. Let's take a slight offset to the right.
Offsetting right.
Uzi Flight, clear the runway.
Our runway lineup point, waypoint 7, should be about 10 miles out on the ILS for Al Dhafra.
Roger. Yeah, plan for the recovery, 1-3 left at Al Dhafra, and course go echelon right. We will do an overhead brake to the left.
Copy that, moving echelon right. You can see the Ferrari Stadium down there.
Oh yeah.
All the F1 races are getting cancelled, man.
Too bad, man. I have to admit that I stopped watching F1 when Lewis Hamilton started winning all the races.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a foregone conclusion. At least the midfield's a little interesting.
Alright, I'm reducing the throttle a little.
Copy that, staying in step. Waypoint 8 should be our actual home plate.
Yep. Yeah, visual on the airfield.
Copy. Sorry, I keep getting sucked into you.
Yeah, I'm going idle in 3, 2, 1, idle.
Roger. Boards out.
Alright, left turn.
Altitude. Altitude.
What speed do you want to brake at?
Speed up to 350.
350. Make sure we get the right air base. There's a bunch of airports around here.
Yeah, switching to speed point 8, left turn.
Left turn.
out a bit.
Roger, I see it. Line us back up.
Alright, codes go close formation.
Coming close. Speed 350.
Affirm. Coming for a run up, line up. And level off.
Level.
And one on the brake.
Two's in the brake.
E-brake.
Flight of 3 F-16s for Colt Flight is inbound for 13 left for Al Dhafra.
One turning base.
Have you in sight. Two's going to slightly extend downwind. Two's turning base.
Colt 1-1, Dark Star 1-1, Bra 037, 4210 at 18,000, flanking. Colt 1-1, Dark Star 1-1, Bra 037, 4210 at 18,000, flanking. Colt 1-1, Dark Star 1-1, Bra 037, 4210 at 18,000, flanking.
3 is touchdown.
Colt 1-1, Dark Star 1-1,
Two's on short final.
037, 4210 at 18,000, flanking.
Is clear of the active.
Altitude. Altitude.
One's touchdown.
Thursday.
I had to go all the way down to Juliet.
Do you guys know where our parking position was?
Our parking position was over by the furthest hangars down at the west side of the runway. My mistake, east side of the runway.
Oh, okay, Roger. I think is it the number 50s?
We were in parking space like 0, 8, 9, 10, and 11.
Oh, okay, Roger.
We can park anywhere, really.
Yeah, I'm setting her down at 5-3.
Copy.
Code 1-3, shutting down.
Roger. Alright, I'm heading back to Discord now. Heading back to Discord.